Again, guys, welcome to Guy Talk Friday. I'm your host, Dr. Crazy, and you're welcome. Have a seat, mikasa sukasa, grab a seat, sit down, relax. Let's have a chill time. It's the weekend, it's the Friday, beers are in the fridge, the ladies are getting ready to go out and look good for us. We are planning to be gentlemen and entertain them and be good to them and lead generally and be the men that the society needs. You know what I mean, guys? So you go out tonight and you score yourself a beautiful lady. You find yourself at home on the couch. Suppose that's how your night started, indoors with the lady or on the couch or whatever the case might be. But you find yourself on the couch with the lady. And this is what's up. You know what's going to go down. She knows what's going to go down. She's thinking to herself, I wonder how he's going to lead this. And you're thinking to yourself, damn, I better not screw this one up. Well, this is why you're here. The topic today is foreplay is safe play. And let me tell you how. So I mentioned a bit earlier that I work with Men's Clinic International, and that most of my patients suffer from weak erection or erectile dysfunction, meaning that they can't get an erection. Some of them, they have pre-ejaculation problems, meaning that they ejaculate pretty quick before they can satisfy the woman, right? So now let's talk more a little about that. So now when you're on the couch and you're with your lady, you're probably thinking to yourself, I better not screw this up. And when you think like that, your past failures start now flooding your mind and they start making you doubt yourself and confidence starts to go down. And she can sense that. Women have a very keen sixth sense. She can sense that. And once she senses that, she starts to become apprehensive. So gentlemen, stop right there. Do not take that route. I don't even want to talk more about do not take that route. Come back here with me and let's talk a little bit about this. Now, when the two of you are on the couch and you're about to direct it, slow it down. Slow it down. Do not be a victim of the heat of the moment. No. Don't rush it. And don't try to trick her, gents. Don't try to trick ladies. Women are very intelligent. They're very smart. She already has decided that she's going to give you some of her time. Now don't screw it up. So don't trick her. Don't be in the heat of the moment. Don't rush it. Just take your time. Slow it down. So have conversations which are just simple and slow, just generally about nothing, right? Now, once you get comfortable yourself, then it means that she's probably comfortable too. You want to be next to her. You want to sit close to her. You want to hold her and make her feel your presence. Now, when you're holding her and you're talking to her, think to yourself that I appreciate this moment with this woman. I appreciate the fact that I can be a man in her life at this point. We are going to talk mainly about 4 exogenous zones. The first one is the inside of the arm. The second one is the back of the neck, in the front of the neck, and in between the thighs. Now, as you're talking to her, you want to maybe stroke her arm or even maybe touch some of that exogenous zones with the conversation being appropriate, of course. This is when you talk about her. This is when you give her a platform to talk about her flaws, her mistakes, and all of the things, right? At this point now, once you have gotten the conversation right, once she's comfortable and she's telling you her past experiences and her flaws and all of that, and you're obviously going to be sharing your flaws and your past experiences. At this point, you want to move away, as I just did. Do something that will give her a chance to process this. Women like to process this. And as you move away, you also get a chance to kind of have that pep talk with yourself in your mind that, you know what, I got this, I'm doing this, let's do this. When you come back to her, now this is your first power move. Your first power move is you come back to her, you look at her in the eye and you give her a peck on the lips. She will allow you, just a peck on the lips. And then you sit with her and then you give her compliments. You tell her how beautiful she is. You tell her how pretty she is. Now at this point then you want to go in for the kiss. This is not an intense kiss, just a nice, simple, basic kiss. While you're kissing her, make sure that you're holding her arm on the side, and maybe your thumb can be touching that erogenous zone again. After kissing her, you look at her in the eye and you smile, and you give her a moment to process this. You give her some compliments, and maybe you can share some of your flaws and your mistakes as well to make her understand that you are also a human being, yes? After this, you go back in there and then you kiss her intentionally. Power move. Second erogenous zone, the back of the neck. Get your hand to be caressing the back of her neck while you're kissing her so gently. After that first kiss, you pull away, you look at her in the eye, throw a compliment, and at this point, you can take off the top. You can take off the garment. But as you take off the garment, or just before you take off her top, you need to ask for permission. The two things that you're going to be doing a lot during this process of foreplay, gentlemen, and that is giving her compliments and asking for permission. You're going to be doing a lot of those two things. Asking for permission while you take off her top. After you take off her top, you give her another kiss. You look at her and you smile. Remember, slowly. Take your time. You're not rushing into this and you're not tricking her. After her top is off, then you can take off your top. But before you take off your top, tell her about something in your body that is a little bit embarrassing, you know. I have protruding ribs because I had asthma as a kid. So I'll usually be like, yo, I have these ribs that are sticking out. Please don't laugh at them. They usually and always do. I take off my top. And then we laugh about it. And it's chilled. It's a relaxed moment. The platform is calm. Nobody's feeling under pressure. Especially yourself. You don't have pressure to do anything. Remember, gentlemen, you're the director. You're the leader. You are the one that is leading and she's just following. So never forget that. At this point now, her top is off. Your top is off. And you guys can engage in a little bit of like conversation, just a little bit, like 30 seconds of just weird random conversation that might actually just spark up a little laugh, right? And then you kiss her intentionally. Now you're kissing her. As you kiss her, you move to the third erogenous zone, right? The third erogenous zone is the neck, the front neck. You start kissing the front neck. When you start to kiss the front neck, you realize that she's gonna start breathing a bit heavily now. When she starts breathing a bit heavily now, you can move down a little bit to like the top of the breast a little. At this point then, you can ask for permission, or you can shower her with compliments and take off the bottoms, take off the pants, right? As you take off the pants, you're just doing this slowly and relaxed, and you're looking at her in the eyes and you're giving her compliments the whole time. After her bottoms are off, she's now left in the bra and her underwear. Now you can take off your pants as well, the same way you took off the top. At this point, both of you are in your underwear. And then this is the most vulnerable moment, gentlemen. This is the most vulnerable moment because this is the moment that most men make a mistake of wanting to rush. This is the moment where most men start thinking about how they failed in the past. But what you're going to do is you take it down a notch. There we go. You're with me. You take it down a notch. You relax. You calm down. At this point, you might offer her a beverage, you might offer her water or offer her anything. And then you leave the scenario as I just did to give her time to process it. Again, women have a very keen sixth sense. They don't want to be pressured. Now, as she's processing it, she realizes at this point that, oh man, oh my, I am in the presence of a real man. I'm in the presence of a leader. So when I talk to my patients at Men's Clinic International, I tell them that at this point, you need to now encourage yourself. You need to have a pep talk with yourself in your mind. Tell yourself that I've got this, I'm doing this, I'm not gonna fail, I'm the man, I'm the leader, and I'm doing it, man. This is what I'm doing for you right now, but you're gonna learn how to do it yourself in your head, right? Then you come back to the scene. When you come back to the scene, again, compliments, guys. Shower her with compliments. Ask her if she's comfortable. Ask her if she's alright. Hit her little jokes if you can. If you can't, be goofy. At this point, you give her a peck. After you give her a peck, you start kissing her. Now this is that deep sensual kissing. You kiss her sensually. Your hand at the back of her neck, caressing that second exogenous zone. We don't need the first exogenous zone anymore. We're done with that. Once you caress the back of the neck, then you can just work your way up with your hand and grab a handful of hair. Not too much, guys. We're not violent men. Grab a handful of hair and just pull it down a little gently. As you do that, work your way to the third exogenous zone and kiss the neck. You kiss in the neck. You have a handful of her hair pulling down, and she's breathing heavily, and she's panting, and she's enjoying herself. This is the part where you can take off the bra. Ask for permission, shower her with compliments. You take off the bra. After taking off the bra, you work your way down now to the breast. Avoid the nipple. Go to the areola. The areola, gentlemen, is that area, the black area around the nipple. And the nipple is that one that is protruding that the little baby suck on. Avoid that. You're not a little baby, you're a man. You're not a little baby, you're a man. So avoid sucking on the nipple. Instead, run your tongue around the areola. That is where the nerves are. She's breathing heavily. She's panting. She's excited. And then you take it down a notch. Now you've got me. We are together. You work your way down now. You kiss the stomach and you're coming down with it. And then you gently take off the underwear. You don't necessarily need to ask for permission. You guys know that movement. When she lifts her bum, that is permission. That's when she says, yes, sir, go for it. You take off the underwear. After you take off the underwear, now this is the part where most men get confused, right? Now I'm going to use my gynecology experience. There are two parts that you're going to concern yourself. The first one, as we all know, as all women know, is the G-spot. It is not complicated at all. I'm going to explain what that spot is. The second one is the clitoris. The clitoris, gentlemen, is that little tinky binky thing right there at the top that looks like a very, very small baby dick. So that little thing there, that is what you're going to concern yourself. But not yet, not at this point. At this point, you're going to start on the fourth exogenous zone between the thighs. So at this point, you want to be kissing the inside of the thighs, just packing them. Until you get almost to the vagina, and then you don't touch the vagina, you don't do anything to the vagina, you skip to the other side. So you kiss from the middle of the thigh all the way to the inside of the thigh, close to the vagina, but you don't touch the vagina. You move to the other side and you move away from the vagina. So basically you're playing around with the inner thighs. You can stroke the one side while you kiss the other, and you always want to look at her and ask her, are you all right, ma'am? Are you all right, miss? Respect, gentlemen. We are gentlemen. We are not little boys. And then when she's ready, you will know when she's ready. She's panting. Her back is almost arching. She's touching you. She doesn't know what to do. At this point, gentlemen, now we focus on the vagina. You want to take your thumb and pull up the skin on the clitoris to expose the clitoris. And you're just going to use the tip of your tongue. This is not dirty. This is clean. You're just going to use the tip of your tongue. Make sure that is wet and run circular motions around the clitoris. Slowly around the clitoris. What you need to understand is that the clitoris is as sensitive as the tip of our penis. So you need to be sensitive, gentlemen. As you run it in circular motions, she is getting excited. Damn, my oh my, gentlemen, you're doing good. You're doing great. At this point, I tell my erectile dysfunction guys that if you don't have an erection at this point, don't put pressure on yourself. It's fine. The erection will come. And the guys that are pre-ejaculators, I tell them, don't think about yourself. Don't think about the sex. Just focus on her 100%. As she's about to come, you will know she'll make more noises, she'll make more movements. Then you move from the circular movements of the clitoris and you work up and down. You make your tongue go now up and down, 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 up and down. Do not change the speed. If she starts breathing faster, she starts moving faster, don't follow her. You maintain the same speed, right? And then she comes. You will know. You will know. After she comes at this point, then you go back to her face. You give her attention. You kiss her on the neck. or you might even kiss her if she doesn't mind. And you ask her if she's okay. And then she will tell you that, yes, I'm enjoying myself. And then at this point, gentlemen, if you have an erection and if you are ready, you can go for it. You can go for it. You can go and hit that home run, gentlemen. You can go and hit that hole in one. But for my brothers at Men's Clinic International, if you don't have an erection as yet at this point, I would suggest that you work your way again down to the vagina. What I mean is you kiss her again, you grab her hair, you kiss the neck, and you work your way down via the areola, via the breast, and all the way down to the vagina. But when you get here, you go to the G-spot because you're done with the clitoris. When you get to the G-spot, so almost like a centimeter and a half, which is basically this tip, the top part of your finger, and halfway of your middle finger. You insert only one finger, gentlemen. Be gentle at all times. Just insert the finger, and then you just arch it a little like this. And then you work around that area. At this point, you don't know where the G-spot is, and you can't know. You look at her. The minute you touch it, she will show you. She will move, she will jump, she will do something, and then you know that is the G-spot. For you to confirm it, just put a little pressure on it. There's a bone, and there's a G-spot with the skin there. So just put a little pressure on it. And when you put a little pressure, remember the finger is inside. And when you put a little pressure at the top there, she will jump, and that's your G-spot. When you have located the G-spot, then you move around it slowly. The G-spot, gentlemen, in future is what we are going to use to get our ladies to squirt. So pay attention at this point. Once you have located the G-spot, then you work around it. Not necessarily at it, just around it. And then she will start again to get excited. And she will start to get worked up. Sometimes just put pressure on it a little bit and hold it and release. Just put a little pressure on the G-spot, hold it and release. Move around and move around and move around until she comes. Boom, again. When she gets too excited, do not change the pace. Continue with that. After she has come, guys, you need to understand that you're already on round 2. She had clitoral orgasm, and now she has the G-spot orgasm. For my fellow brothers who are struggling to get the erection, at this point, guys, you have done the job. She's satisfied, she's happy, you have done the job. And all those guys who are premature ejaculators, even if you come in here with your 30 seconds, guys, and again, I'm sorry that I was laughing at you in the previous video on Twitter. I was just making the energy a bit lighter. I understand, gentlemen, that is serious. But as I said, here we're not here to just cry and complain the whole time. We laugh about our problems and we talk about it and we solve them, yes? So now at this point, guys, this is where the foreplay essentially has been done. Now we get to the safe play. Guys, condoms are important. You need to use a condom every time you have sex. So what you understand is that this woman has now gotten 2 orgasms, but she wants you still. She really wants you inside of her. Power move. Even if you drive to the garage and back, I promise you, you will find her there. So at this point, you can move away and get your condom. I would have prepared it around the area, but get your condom, take off your pants, because remember the whole time you had your underwear. Take off your underwear, put on the condom, and do your thing. I'm not about to tell you how to do your thing, sir. You know how, because you know your lady. Do your thing with respect and connect to your woman, satisfy her, make her feel like she's the most special woman on earth. Now, for my gentlemen that have erectile dysfunction, you need to understand that you are calm and you're relaxed at this point. You don't need to rush anything. You've got nothing to prove. She will also be encouraging you as well. She can even just do foreplay on you too. Be calm, gentlemen. Do not be pressurized. Remember, you're the leader. You're the operator. You are the leader. You've got this, guys. You've got this, gentlemen. Never doubt yourself. And if you're a 30 seconds premature ejaculator as well, if you go in there and you hit your thing, you're good. You've done it. You've done it, guys. That's the foreplay, guys. That's the safe play, gentlemen. And again, remember, compliments. Ask for permission. Make her feel special. Feel special yourself. Don't feel pressurized. This is not the heat of the moment. This is sexual intercourse. This is love making. And from one guy to another guy, sir, I say, if we do this well enough, We will have a happy nation. I know that is actually a little bit too far. I know that is an overshoot, but I am a very ambitious man, guys. Let's start it from the beginning. Let's make the ladies happy and let's be happy and let's see where that gets us. It's the festive season, gentlemen. It's the festive season. We're going to be doing a lot of that, and I ask that we be safe with it. We respect our women. We don't hurt them at all. We make them feel special, and watch what's going to happen in the morning. Enjoy your breakfast. Enjoy that Monday with a little kick on your step, with like a wider smile, with like a lighter skin complexion. You know what I mean, guys? You know after you've had that beautiful and awesome sex and you're just feeling like a new man. We're working towards that, because here at Guy Talk Friday, we busy creating new men, we're creating good men, we're creating leaders, we're creating happy men. Thank you very much, guys. From myself, Dr. Crazy, and the support of Men's Clinic International, I like to say that enjoy the sexual intercourse, enjoy yourself, be happy, be merry, have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you again next week, guys.